Welcome to the Good Boys Thoughts. This channel is all about inspiring stories and motivating moments that remind us happiness is often found in life's simplest things. Join me as we explore tales of kindness, warmth, and the quiet beauty of everyday life, showing that true joy and inspiration are all around. Us. Let's find more happiness together. There was an old clock that sat quietly on the mantel in Grandpa Jack's cozy living room. Skill, his 15-year-old grandson, had always noticed it ticking away, steady and calm. Every time Skill visited, he'd see Grandpa Jack tinkering with it, carefully adjusting the hands or dusting it, always with a soft smile on his face. To Skill, Grandpa Jack was just that, a simple, gentle man who loved his family, worked in his garden, and fixed old clocks. Skill saw him as ordinary, a humble man who enjoyed small things in life. One warm weekend, Skill went out to watch Grandpa Jack working in his garden. Jack was taking his time watering each plant with an old metal watering can, moving slowly, bending carefully to touch each leaf, but Skill didn't understand why it took so long. "Grandpa," Skill said with a sigh, "why don't you just use the garden hose? We could water all the plants at once and finish in 2 minutes. Grandpa Jack chuckled, a kind look in his eyes. "Ah, Skill," he said softly, "plants like people need patience. If we rush through everything, we miss the small, beautiful moments." Skill shrugged, still not understanding why Grandpa Jack always took life so slow. He figured it was just the way old people were. But everything changed one day at school. During history class, Skill's teacher was talking about famous engineers who changed lives with their inventions, and then he heard it, the name Jack Miller. His teacher spoke about a brilliant engineer who created designs that made a difference to so many people. Skill's eyes widened. Could this Jack Miller be his Grandpa Jack? That evening, Skill rushed home, his heart racing. He found Grandpa Jack in the living room, fixing that old clock again, looking as calm as ever. Skill couldn't hold back his excitement. "Grandpa," he said, almost out of breath, "are you really a famous engineer? Why didn't you ever tell me?" Grandpa Jack paused, setting down his tools. He looked at Skill with a gentle smile. "Skill," he said, "fame isn't what." Night as Skill lay in bed, he couldn't stop thinking about what his grandfather had said. He realized how much he'd taken for granted, thinking Grandpa Jack was just ordinary. Maybe he'd been wrong. The next weekend, Skill went out to the garden with Grandpa Jack. This time he didn't rush. He picked up a watering can and, just like Grandpa, he slowly poured water over each plant. He felt something new, a sense of calm, like he was part of something meaningful. From his chair, Grandpa Jack watched with a proud smile as Skill took his time, just as he'd been taught. In that moment, Skill finally understood what his grandfather had been trying to show him all along. Greatness wasn't about fame or success. It was about the little things, the time spent with loved ones, the memories they made together. The old clock on the mantel chimed softly, filling the room with its gentle sound, reminding Skill of the precious time he shared with his grandfather. He smiled, feeling a deep happiness knowing that he would carry Grandpa Jack's lessons with him forever. How do you inspired from the story? Please comment, please like, share, and subscribe our channel if you like.